Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg. Orlando City has made the trip west on I-4 for the I-4 Derby against Tampa Bay Rowdies in the round of 32 in the U.S. Open Cup. Josh Appel, Eric Dobransky, as we take a look at tonight's starting 11s for both sides.
Yeah, Josh, it's two teams that understand that they need to win both thirds. And for Orlando City, it's Rodriguez and Thorhaldsen that'll be key to that as they work to keep this group's defensive structure, but also provide that clarity they're looking for in the final third. And the Rowdies will lean into their experience to manage big moments in this match. Fernandez in midfield, White and Guillen in the back were all parts of that previous matchup in 2022.
A couple of regulars tonight for Orlando City and Oscar Pareja not dressed. Marco Pasalic and Robin Janssen. Most of the other regulars are either in the starting 11 or available off the bench. Galassi not starting in goal tonight. It's Javier Otero as we get underway from Al Lang Stadium.
This lineup in itself has all the experience and success in that experience to make this a very difficult match.
Thorhaldsen able to shield off Bassett. And a foul on Tampa Bay. It's on Thomas Van Gaziel. Santos. Orlando City, 7 matches all-time against Tampa Bay, 7 wins. First time they've played since the 22 Open Cup. Ojeda, flag is down. Ojeda took away the angle. Campisi made the stop as well.
Made possible from the lack of pressure on this ball. It's very passive pressure, puts your back line in a difficult situation where
the outswinger on its way. And they'll get Orlando City for a foul. Martin Ojeda, I think he's a good microcosm for Tampa Bay. Gets it started again. Forrest Lasso. Arteaga. Fernandez tees it up, takes a deflection towards goal, and harmlessly into the arms of Javier Otero, the 22-year-old Venezuelan. Otero, the 14th homegrown signing in club history, made his first team debut last June.
And that's going to be what's fascinating is what do the Rowdies grow into offensively with Arteaga playing that central figure up top. He's not necessarily the player that's going to get in behind Kyle Smith and Schlegel. He's not going to outrun him for pace in behind. He's that hold-up attacker, so he's going to need numbers. He's going to invite numbers to be collective in what they do. What moments do they recognize and execute?
Ojeda, low cross, Orlando City breaks through in the I-4 Derby. It's the 16-year-old Caraballo.
And this is just a prime example, as you see this youngster celebrating, of patience and ruthlessness. The patience to upgrade, put yourself in this half space. Ojeda gets his head up, and this explosive run. And he was showing hints of the creative nature that he plays with. He had a couple threaded balls into the final third.
Youngest player to sign a first-team contract in club history. Enrique surveying his options. Enrique tees it up himself, deflects off of Castellanos. Back down for Nico Rodriguez. So how does Tampa Bay respond? Rodriguez again. Towards goal. And PC able to nab it.
And you could see what this Orlando City side and Oscar Pareja are excited about. Obviously disappointed that they don't have the goals to show for the work that they're putting in. Turnover here.
Caraballo again! He has a first half brace! Separated by only a couple of minutes. He just got his license, and he's got a first half brace in the round of 32 of the Open Cup.
And just an absolutely punishing blow delivered from Orlando City. Their relentless press, the ability to regain possession right outside the 18-yard box, and just being decisive in the runs and the ball played in. And you have to play that ball away from Otero. It's too easy for him to clean it up.
Nyangabiri, who scored the equalizer late against Birmingham. On the cross, collision in the area, no foul, play rolls on. Rowdies are apoplectic. The pass a little bit too much for Rodriguez, kind of halted the counter, but he gets it ahead for Enrique. Enrique keeps possession. Araujo. Caraballo, who has the brace, separated by just 2 minutes in the 34th and 36th. Assist from Martin Ojeda and Dagger Dan Thorhaldsen. Ojeda.
Yeah, you have the experience of Fernandez and Arteaga. They just haven't been able to connect.
Santos puts it across! Orlando City is flying in the first half. Ramiro Enrique makes it 3-0.
Orlando City just showing their variety, showing how multi-dimensional they can be as a threat. This half space for...
Quick throw, Nyangabiri by the end line, just sails it past the bar and out. And that is the whistle for halftime. 3-0 to Orlando City in the I-4 Derby. 45 minutes away from heading to the round of 16 thanks to the first half brace since 2022. Alongside Eric Dobransky, I'm Josh Appel. Eric, the story in the first half, Gustavo Caraballo, his first career start, coming off of a brace in the final of the GA Cup for Orlando City. A first half brace separated by just 2 minutes in the 34th and 36th. 3-0 to Orlando after one half.
And for Orlando City, it's going to be key and very important that they stay sharp.
Again in 22 and now again tonight. Rodriguez, Caraballo, header, save made. Ramiro Enrique was looking for a brace of his own.
Explosive run and then picking. You saw it there with Rodriguez.
This is a good ball out in front, but wide by Duncan McGuire. Over the top, McGuire. McGuire gets to it. Duncan McGuire! Determined and finishes 4-0 Orlando City.
And it's just been that mix of pace on the ball and purpose. The manipulating of time and space to create this, the isolation, the 1v1, and just fighting off his defender. And then on top of that, the composure and poise.
Rowdies still looking for their first shot on target now through 65 minutes.
That's where you can start stacking moments into this game if you're the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I know this scoreline is difficult to overcome, but this is a team that in the regular season defensively has not recorded a clean sheet. So obviously defensive, the structure defensively, start fine-tuning some of those details. Offensively, can you create a couple loud opportunities that you can take into your next match and build that momentum and build that confidence?
Rowdies team with now in their 50th anniversary season. A ton of history, a lot of success. There have not been many starts they've got off to this season. Pasillas finds his way through. Pasillas saved by Otero. First shot on goal. Who hadn't seen a lot of action in front of him. Finally tested over an hour in.
And clever turn from Pasillas, and almost feel like an extra touch forward would have suited that finish. You did all the hard work.
Orlando City building up again. Here's Taifi. Shot deflected and out for a corner. Some other scores from around the Open Cup tonight. NYCFC and Pittsburgh 0-0. Potentially heading for extra time. Minnesota United on the road. Lynn Stadium in Louisville. Up 1-0 in the 70th. Indy 11 in Philadelphia. Locked at 1. Rhode Island and New England. Level at 1. 11 games. Rattle them all off tonight.
Yeah, El Paso just took a lead on Austin FC. And El Paso side that is playing with a lot of confidence. Andy Cabrera with a hat trick. In their last match, in their last regular season match.
It's easily taken in by Campese. And then you look at Chicago up 2-0 at the half on Detroit City. MLS play this year. Orlando City looking for a 5th. Gaziel dispossessed. Put a stop to that. Build up.
Yeah, because even if you're a player for Orlando City that was not on the field when those goals were scored or weren't the players putting the ball away, there's still an energy that comes from scoring goals, and that's going to be felt through the trip back to Orlando and in training.
Rodriguez fired on goal. Otero puts it away. And the save on Mustali. Pasillas trying to run it down. Taifi battling with him.
And Steve Coleman's message would have been simple for this last 15 minutes is for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, let this last 15 in this match catapult what the rest of our season can become. I know the scoreline is not favorable. I know it's not something that, unless a miracle were to happen, it is securely what it is. But you could see him up and cheering in these 1v1 duels where they're slide tackling, they're winning these defensive battles. Chance creation, you just saw one with Alex Rodriguez. Those are going to be the moments that he wants to highlight, going to be the moments that he wants to build off of, and he wants to take that into the long remaining regular season that they have.
Bassett gets through. Bassett fires on. Another save by Otero. So the opportunities at least are coming for Tampa Bay here late.
Clever play all around to unlock this space for Ollie Bassett. Just goes with pure power. Try to beat Otero, but
Worth. Good ball. White. And put it back. McGuire lost it. Long ball. In the direction of Mustali. And he battles hard with Kyle Smith. Smith goes down, and it's out for an Orlando throw. Caraballo trying to settle it down. He's got a first half brace. Plays it forward, Taifi. Bassett cuts him off. Good challenge and good takeaway. Now he's trying to spring Pasillas. Into the middle for Mustali. Out wide for White. That's just not great. Here's Gusky. Has McGuire making a run to his left, feeds it ahead. This is Enrique. Ramiro Enrique cuts it to his left and curls it wide. Ramiro Enrique looking for the brace. Gusky laid it ahead perfectly for him.
And you could tell that initially he wanted to play Duncan McGuire, but he felt like if he did, it'd be offside. So elects to take it himself and gets this left-footed try.
He was not happy after that opportunity, but remains 4-0. Pasillas, Bassett just not on the same page. Taifi.
That opportunity from Orlando City came from picking up the ball right outside of their own 18-yard box.
Bodily commits the foul.
Quick trip. That offensive attack was clicking. It was in rhythm. It was right there around the corner, and then go to Chicago Fire, play a 10-man Chicago Fire side and unable to find the breakthrough. And up until the red card, Chicago Fire had created some loud opportunities.
Yes, they did. So Oscar Pareja told us, are we happy with the road result of getting a point? Yeah, but at the same time, to your point, up a man for that long, just couldn't find the three. Mayo with a brace in the 34th and 36th minute of the first half. Ramiro Enrique, right before his 24th birthday this weekend, scored to make it 3-0 in the 42nd. And then Duncan McGuire, first goal since returning, is there's 5. And fitting that it's Dagger Dan Thoralson. He's been a pest against Tampa Bay all night. And he finishes it off to make it a handful in the 90th.
Yeah, you almost felt like he deserved to be on the score sheet because of the work.
Extending that club record. He'll be at 616 minutes without conceding as the final whistle blows. Orlando City